Yes. Good start. I told you. Tuesday night is car crash stream. Yes, I know there's football on tonight. We got Germany versus France in the Euro Soccer Championships. And I've said soccer because there's a lot of Americans watching and a lot of Aussies watching. And they call football soccer out there. But how the devil is everyone? Now, stupid me had a crazy idea last week that a lot of people were emailing me how hard issue 22 or 23. What are we doing tonight? Is this issue 23? 22. It's issue 22 is. So I thought, what better way to see how hard it is than to do it live on a Tuesday night, because Tuesday night is car crash night. So if anything's going to go wrong, it's going to go wrong tonight. But I have already done some stuff. Nothing to do with the model. I've just cut the windows off the sprue and the lifeboat, the lifeboats off the sprue. That's all I've done. So everything else is pretty much ready to go at the moment. But yeah, how is everyone? I've been really nervous about this today, I have to say, because people say it's going to go wrong, and I think it will, because I've looked at the instructions. Now, I have scanned the instructions so that you can see them. So when I'm going through and I'm explaining what I'm working on, I should be able to switch screen there. And as you can see, the first thing I'm going to do is be putting some windows in. So I will flash up the instructions as I go around. Now, this is a lot more in-depth than my normal Tuesday live stream. So it's going to be really hard for me to pick up on chat tonight. So if I do miss messages and stuff, which I'm going to do, I'll tell you that now. I apologise, but I'm hoping that you're going to get entertained by what we're going to be building tonight. But no blood. No, Lou, but funny enough, today, here, I got stung by a wasp. And it bled. I didn't expect that to happen. And it bled for quite a while as well. So yeah, that's gardening out the way. I've got to say hello to Robert Monk. Robert Monk, if you're watching this, apparently you bumped into my sister-in-law today. I'm not going to say where, but you bumped into my sister-in-law. So I'm saying hi. Hello, Robert Monk, if you are watching this. Other than that, I'm trying to think what else we've got. I'm just checking down my list here. I think most things we're either going to catch up on the Patreon stream tomorrow, or I will catch the chat on Thursday. Just so you know, the Patreons tomorrow, we're going to be doing whatever the next 5 issues of the X-Wing are, because I've got them here now. So we'll be doing that. I'll edit it so that will go up to the general community on Thursday, and Thursday is going to be just normal live chat. Hello, Helder. How's it going? Helder, Mrs. Welder Wayne got your post today. So I'm sure you're going to hear from her soon. But there we go. So look, I'm going to get on with it. No, I'm not on the A14 today, David. Actually, I've got a week and a half off of that today, so I haven't got to do that. So I'm going to get on with it, and we'll see how we go. So I'm just going to bring up that PDF again. And as you can see, the first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to be putting the life buoys and the windows and all of that, just like you see there, into the stream. Before I do that, though, I must stick with tradition and say,
let's give it up big time. Hello, Christian from Grantham.
Even when
now
things are
let's
going to
get
go completely
cracking.
wrong, I get that in. So look, I'm going to change the cameras. We're going to have just a main top camera tonight, but you will be able to see the side camera. So that's going to look just like that. And well, let's do it and see how we get on. So I've got my thing in a helping hands here. I'm just going to put it up a little bit just so you can see that. And I'm just going to lie it out exactly like it's got in the instructions. Now, I've already put Mike Lane's transfers on the life buoys, as you can see there. So I just need to make sure, obviously, I put them in the right way. So when we put these in, they go in like this. Now, the reason I'm doing this like this tonight is because I'm very much aware that a lot gets cut out on the videos that you see. And it doesn't give you an idea of how hard and fiddly some of these issues can be. So I figured if we do it live, especially an issue which has got problems, even if we don't finish it tonight, you can see some of the problems that you're going to run up against when we do these streams. Now I've got my windows in these little workstation tables here. So we've got to put 4 dark windows in as we go along. Now I don't use tweezers for this. I've always found just using my fingers that I put them in here. Now I'm going to take them out of here. So I'm hoping this is normally sped up when I'm doing my normal videos, but today we're not doing that. What happened to the Ecto 1 s'mores? The Ecto 1 is actually on delay at the moment. They're having trouble getting stock. We're all in the same boat at the moment, unfortunately. So that's not coming. I do believe I've got the Eleanor on the way. It might already be here, actually. I've got a box down on the floor which I haven't opened yet. So that will be coming. But if you can times this by the amount of panels that we've got on the ship that are going to need this, you can see how long-winded this is. All it's going to take is one knock, and all of these are going to go flying out. So we're getting there. Believe it or not, this isn't the hard bit tonight. The hard bit is going to be doing the wiring and trying to plumb it through. Now I have got a towel that I'm going to put down tonight. I changed it from a blue one to a brown one because the cameras don't pick up the brown ones very well. But that's 3. We've got 4 of these to go. What's in the box? What box? We've got Amazon Prime Day coming up on the 20... hang on. Yep, just checking that's okay. On the 21st and 22nd of June, you're going to see some advertisements coming up on my channel regarding that. Things like Amazon Music. Because if you plan on buying anything, if you've ever visited my affiliate link, not that you have to buy anything from it, but if you visit, all you have to do is visit it, then anything else that you buy on Amazon, I do get a kickback from. So it would be really good if you are planning on buying anything on Prime Day on the 21st and 22nd to just follow my affiliate link. So we've done that. I'm going to gently take it out the helping hands now. I'm not going to need that again. And I'm going to lie this down gently. Now if I was just to drop this, they're all going to fall out. That's why I'm being really slow. Really slow. There we go. Whew. Right, so I'm going to just jump back to the instructions. So we've done that, we've laid them out exactly like we're meant to do. Now we're going to be putting the lights in onto this panel here. They're the yellow lead lights, but they only want us to put 2 in. For some reason they don't want us to put the 2 at the front in, and as you can see in the picture opposite, that means they're going to be hard to get in afterwards. I've got no idea why they don't want us to put them in, but we are going to hold the plate in with BP screws afterwards. So I'm going to do all of that in one go. And I'll tell you something else I'm going to do. If I can do this, bear with me. Stand by. I'm going to, if this works, I'm going to zoom that in just a touch there, just so you can see what's going on. So this is going to be going this way on top here, and it's going to match these 2 holes with these 2 here, but they want the lights in, so I've gently put it on top. I've got the lights here. We've got 2 lots, as you can see, but they want the yellow ones of these, so I'm just splitting them down there and down there to put the yellows in each side. So let's do this very gently. That's 1. I will be going very quiet here. That's 2. One's fallen out, typical. Now this one goes a lot further down than this one. But I'm not happy that that's not staying in. It is now. Right, they're both staying in, so we're ready now to put some BP screws in there. Got them here and I've already opened them. See, I'm prepared tonight. Now they only want 2 screws in here. They don't want me to put the 3rd screw in, just 2 for now. 1. I can see what they mean about the front ones. Now there isn't any front ones, but on the picture, let's go back to that picture. But on the picture it looks like there's 2 things at the front. Look at the picture on the right, but there isn't. So there we go. Whoops, wrong. That answers that one. I've got a camera there that's very dull. Hang on a second. My OCD's playing up. There we go. We've brightened that one up a bit. How's the Jaws diorama coming along? Pretty good, but I'm still waiting for resin, Bobby. So as soon as that's here, then we're good to go with that. So here's the second one. That's going to hold that in, and now theoretically that should hold all of those windows in, which it does, and that's looking just like that. Yay. Now I'm just going to give these a gentle tug, and as you saw, that just came straight out of there. And I can't put that down any further, so we're going to have to be conscious of that. This one's not coming out, but that one was. But it is in there. If I just turn that round just to show you, it is in there. I don't want to glue it because I don't know how I've got to do the wires for it yet. So I'm going to put that to one side because we're going to bring over this now, and that is going to go just here on this point right here. Now if you look at my edges on this, they are perfect because I've meticulously tried to make them as good as I possibly can. I have got a little bit of lift there for some reason, which I can't get rid of. It's not really noticeable, and it might be me being fussy, and people are questioning about the gap in here. Now I'm thinking if that gap is going to be an issue later on in the build, I might get the sort of tubing that we use for the HT leads for cars, but I will dye it that colour, and then I can probably feed that in there, and it'll be like a caulking, it'll be like mastic around there, but it's depending how that's going to look. But we do need to put this in, so once again I'm going to just bring over my picture, bear with me, and it's going to go on this section just here. Bring it over, and I'm just trying to figure out how this goes in, so stand by. Okay, so it's probably best to put it in the other way actually and follow the instructions. I'm just going to take you back to the instructions just to show you, because you couldn't see this. These are the instructions. This is showing how the wires go in the top right there. So as you can see, the red and black ones are basically going under the first panel, but the yellow one from the flat side is going under the middle panel by the look of it. So one's going under the first panel, the second one's going under the middle panel. Right, so when we put this on, I'm just gonna go back. This is gonna be fun. Okay, so when we put this on, right, it's going to go on like this, but this panel is going to go under here. That bit's easy, but this second one here, I'm just looking at that now, I don't think that's right. That's not going to fit, that's going to jam in there. But it does need to go underneath, it can't go over. Gonna look at that. We're going to pinch this wire if we keep that there. This is where the problems with this build goes. Just looking at that again. Am I putting this on the right way? I'm not, am I? I'm putting this on the wrong section. Hang on. Yeah, I'm putting this on the wrong section. I thought that was wrong. It's this way. It's going on this one here. Let's say that didn't make any sense at all. And I didn't even look at the things there. Yeah, it's the other side, you're right. There we go. So this is going to go in here. That's better. But this one is going... Let's have another look. They want that over the top. Into here. You've got to be meticulous with this, because if you're not, you're going to have a bad time. So that's going to fit there. I just want to see how this can go in. If this is going to go there, it does fit quite flat in there quite well, then this one would go into this section, because the plate on top is going to hide that wire, so that's going to be hidden that way. Excellent. So we know how that's going to fit. Let's just go to my PDF again, and it's going to be held in with DP screws. So we'll turn this over just like that, line up where it's going to go, and we'll put some DP screws in there. Notice it's DP, it's not going into metal, but we are connecting it. I'm being very quiet here. See, things like this where my screw falls off the screwdriver, I wouldn't normally have in the I would have cut that out. Just going to put that in gently, just to hold it in. And we'll get the last one in. I bet you when I make little errors like that, you all like had a heart attack then, didn't you? You're putting it in the wrong side. Right, make that nice and tight. That's one. And that's two. And there we go. Absolutely fine. Looking good. I will train that afterwards just to get that bit, just to bonds there a little bit better. But as you can see, that's what they're looking like. I'm more interested in the gap here. The gap seems to be okay. That's connected, as you can see from the other side. So now we can put that to one side. That wasn't the problem that people were having. I'm just going to scroll down the instructions so we can get to the next stage. Now in the next stage we're going to be fitting the battle section. We're going to be starting to work on the battle section. So that looks just like this. And the first thing we're going to do is get a towel out. I will change the camera in a second. Hang on. I just want to surprise you with the my towel. Okay. So we're going to be putting the docking points in, and then we're going to be putting the cage on top, as you can see there. So I have put a towel down here. I'm going to have it the way that they've got it. And the docking points look just like this. Now these are metal. And the way they go is, theoretically, this one could fit in this way or the other way over here. We want it so that it's as low down to this bottom as we can possibly get it. So this one's going to go in here. The other one is going to go in there, like that. And then we've got these two at the top, which are just going into this point here. So 1 and 2. Now if you look at these have got a corner which has been chipped out of them. That needs to face the middle here. So the corners are facing the lower down section here. They should look just like that. We're then going to be putting this cage over the top of it. So lining it up, I'm lining these two up here to the two holes there. I'm going to put that into place, while at the same time ensuring that these docks here go into these slots. Now they are going to want to try and fall out, as you can see here. So I need to make sure they've all slotted in, which they have beautifully. There we go. Now at the moment there's nothing stopping these falling out, but that is the cage in as far as it's going to go. Now we are going to hold that in with some screws, and that's basically 6 BM screws there. So 6 BM screws. Now I have got a lead here. I just want to see where that switch goes. They've got the switch. This switch isn't going under the cage at all. This switch is actually loose, so we haven't got to worry about that. But I have got the BM screws. So these are going into metal. So I probably will put a little bit of oil on these just to help get those in. And once I've got a couple in, I promise I'll have a look at the chat. That's one. We'll have one down this end here. That's 2. Docking clamps actually hold the dorsal section. Yes, I believe they do. At the moment they're not doing much. As a matter of fact, I can probably pull them out. So that's why they're a bit weird, in a weird place at the moment. That's 3. We've got 1, 2, 3. That's 4 actually. I'm just trying to figure out the other ones. We've got 5 down here, right in the middle. And then number 6 here. France are beating Germany. Yay! Thank you, Mattia. I'm not sure Wayne saw your tip, so thank you very much. Oh, Regulos, thank you so much. I've missed it. I'm so sorry. I'm just not looking at the screen tonight. Absolutely typical. But no, thank you. I really appreciate that, Regulos. This is like super concentration night tonight, because this is where things are supposed to go wrong for me. And I really, really don't want them to go wrong. The dog you hear is my next door neighbour's, so it's not Phoebe. So that's in. Just going to look at it from the other side. Yeah, they are very loose in there, those docking things, as you can see there, but that's what they look like. But they are wanting to come out, but I'm going to leave that side round. We're going to see what we're going to do next. Unfortunately, I haven't prepared for this, so I haven't really looked. Now we're going to be putting the circuit board in. Okay, it's going to be held in 2 BM screws at the back, 2 FM screws at the front. This is what the circuit board looks like, and it's going to want to go in this way, just here. Just trying to figure out how that goes in. I'm guessing like that. It's sort of tilted, that looks. Is it meant to be tilted? I'm looking at the picture again, 1 second. Yes, it is tilted in there. So FM at the back, BM at the front. FM at the back, BM at the front. Right, okay. So, sorry, it's BM this side here. FM on the other. Yep. I am going to put some oil in these to get this circuit board in. Whoops. Not good. Okay, we've got the first BM screw in, no problems. And we'll put another one in here. Your apology is accepted, Marcel. Okay, here's the second one. That's gone in absolutely fine too. And then in the 2 front ones, we've got FM screws, which I've got here. These seem to be a little bit more chunky, but they are going into metal rather than the die cast part. But one thing's for sure, this control panel isn't moving. Good evening, Phil. How's it going? Currently sitting on Mike Lane's site trying to resist ordering the rub-on transfers. They look really good. Really good. Shall I show you one more time? Look, that's all the rub-on transfers that I've put on at the moment. As you can see, they're all on. No, I haven't put them in any order at all. They're all on hickledy-pickledy. The way I figured it is when they're serviced and they go out, they'll just chuck them back where they want. They're not going to relocate everything. So, but that's what that looks like. But we've got the circuit board in. So, the next thing we got, God help us all. Okay, so I'm just going to switch the camera over again. We're going to be putting this, we've got another light system to put in. One of these lights has actually got a light coming off of it. But we're going to be putting those in to a port. I'm also going to be plugging in, no, I'm just going to be putting them under this section here. Right, okay. I figured that, we're good. So this, oops, wrong camera. This is the lead that we provided. So we've got 2 red and black leads, and we've got this one. In this stage, we don't do anything with this lead here, so it's just going to be hanging there. What we do is we're going to plug this lead just into this first port here, making sure we put it straight down, because, stand by, you don't want to bend any wires, but I'm just making sure that's in all the way there. And then we're going to have these, just going to put my battery switch around here, going through these 2 holes in the cage just here. So one is going to go through one side, like this, and one is going to go through the other side, like this. I'm going to open that up a bit more, so I've got that lead there. Not sure what we're doing with that yet, but that's that lead in. Okay, next we're gonna oh, hang on a second, stand by. I want to get that over so we can see. So now we're going to be turning it over, and they're going to go through the little openings at the side. Okay, so basically they're going to go, let me look again. Sorry about this. They're going to go up out of this section. They're going to be in here. Let me just turn it over. So they're coming out of there, then they want them to go. That doesn't make any sense. So on the other side, they wanted it to come out of there and then to go in here and then out. But that means that we've got that coming over the cage, which we definitely don't want. I think, I'm just trying to think how this is going to go. It's very strange. I've done what they wanted me to do there. So that's coming out of that side, and then the next picture the next picture is completely different to the picture they had here. We really don't want things going out the side here, but what they've got is basically it coming down here and here. So you know what, I'm going to do what the instructions tell me and leave it exactly as they say, just in case. But that's exactly as they got it there. But in the second picture, I'm just going to go jump forward 1 second. I know I haven't switched the camera over. I'm just having another look. No, they haven't got that lead anywhere going out of there. Right, okay. I would ignore the instructions. Look at the leads on that on the left-hand side. They don't go above at all. They just go through the display and then out the sides. So that's what we're going to do. Ignore the instructions, I think. So what we're going to do, you don't want leads on the outside here. So I am just going to put these directly out here. 1 and 2 out the side there. And I can hook that under like that, and I'm a lot happier with that. Yes, it's not full of the instructions, but there you go. So the next thing I'm going to do is we're going to be bringing over, oh god, are we already at that stage? Hang on a second. We are. So we're going to be bringing over the battle bridge. God help us all. Right, okay. And they're all going to go on top and through those two there. I can see that. Right, okay. I have looked at these, but I haven't actually done them. So the battle bridge looks just like this. There's all sorts of weird and wonderful wires on it. So what we're going to do is, oh god, we're going to be putting one set of wires through that hole there, I'm guessing. Just tuck that in. The other set of wires coming from the other side lights through the other side. What's these green ones going to? Stand by. Looking at the picture. They're going into the left one. Alright, so they're all going into this left one if they're not going into that one. Right, so they're all going into there with that one. Okay. So, that is all the wires in there. Aren't you to put the BP screws in? What BP screws? Stand by. I'm looking back again. I'm going back to that last stage. No, I've done all the screws I was meant to put in at the moment. So yeah, we are good to go on that one. It's funny because, like, look, can you see this? And this cable on the left there, look, they've got that wire going over the top of that one. So they have got it going over the top. Oh, okay, I'll probably do that again. 1 second. So, God, this wire is going to be a nightmare. So they have got, so where I bought this, hang on a second. Where I bought these red ones out the side, they have got it going over the top of that. Like that there. That's how they've got it, I believe. That's coming up out of that. Ah, that doesn't make sense. It doesn't make sense. Right, stand by. Just going to get this lead out again. There's a tangle of wires. So they've got that going over the top. I'm looking at the picture. So they've got it coming out of there, over the top, under here, and then out of here. That's how they've got it. So these red wires here, out, in, out. That's how they've got it. Can you see this okay? So it'd be the same on this side. Out, in, out. There you go. So I'm happy with how the red wires are now. All I've got to do is push all of these other wires through. Feed them all down. And then we're going to see how these look when I turn it upside down, because we're going to need to pin this battle bridge into place, but I've got to see what wires are playing up. So we've got some green wires here which are going to restrict movement, and some green on this side which we're going to need to pull through, I'm guessing. I'm not sure how this actually sits in here. Let me again look at the instructions. I've got all the wires where we need them, I think. The top battery one is the only one that's left loose, which I need to take out of there. That means we need to leave the top battery one. Every other wire is dealt with. And then we're going to be holding it in with 3 CP screws. Right. There's plenty of room for the wires. The trouble is, one of these wires I fed through, which I wasn't meant to. So stand by. It's basically this red wire. So I'm going to just take this out. You know what? I don't think it's going to make a difference, actually. But I am going to just take that out, because they don't want this part of the cage. Let's get that one out. That's this one here. I'm going to leave that to go off in that direction. Right. Still looking at this. Right, I'm trying to see where I have to actually mount this. We've got 1 screw, 2 screws, and 1 up here. So this is going to go... Oh my god, right. Okay, hang on. I'm not seeing where the middle screw goes. Oh my god, it's going through here. Okay, so we've got some wires in the centre here straight away, which are going to need to be parted, so I can see the screw hole for that. Just going to lay that on. Pull this wire out. There. That looks good. And see if that fits in. So the top one, we're almost in. I can see why people are having a problem with this now, just so you know. The top one is pretty much where it needs to be. Now I think I'm going to move some wires. I'm going to move this one here. This is a nightmare. Right, okay, I'm going to move this green wire here. I want that coming out of the other side here. Stand by. If you don't get this right, it's not going to fit flat. That's why I'm taking my time on it. There we go. I'm happier with that. That looks good. That's going to sit perfectly there. I've pinched some wires here, so I need to get them all the way through. 1, 2. That's the red wire, so we still need that. 3. Okay, we're looking good. Making sure I'm not hiding any other screw holes. So that's good there, good there, good there. We're in there, we're in there. We're not pinching anything there or there. And I can get to these points here and here. Right, I think I'm ready. Let's do this. We're going to be holding them in with CP screws. This is a nightmare. Right, okay. CP screws. I'm going to put the back section in first, because I know that's okay. So, stand by. That has bitten, and we've got that first screw in. Excellent. Now the other ones, they do look okay. I'm pretty happy with how they are. So I'm going to put the other CP screws in. We've got one this side. That one is having a little bit of problems, but it's now in. So that's the second one in. Whew. Yes, the black and red cable is here. I haven't got that attached through anything. So we've got the battery one here and we've got the other one here. It's just going all the way here as well. So it's not impeded by anything. All the rest of the cables are coming through this section here. Basically, I think the way they wanted it, which I'll just put this one in, hang on a second. That's bit, so that's good. The way they wanted it is they want all the ones coming from the central column here to be pinned down. Everything from the back, they don't mind, because you've got all of this space over it which can go elsewhere. But I mean, that looks like it's gone in absolutely fine. I'm just going to check that screws in. I can't get it in anymore. I'm going to look at it from the other side, and yeah, we've got, I mean, it looks okay, but I'm not happy with the gap. We have got a gap. As you can see, we've got a gap on there, and I'm guessing that needs to be more like that, fitting flat. So I'm trying to figure out why that is not sitting flat. I can't see any wires which are stopping that happening. I'm going to move. Let me just have a look at this. No, that definitely comes out there. The red ones are definitely in the right place. So it's not those that are causing it. Stop, Wayne, I'm stopping. The side red lights, they're not being pinched. There's actually an indent that these can come out with here, look. So they can still move. So it's not those. It's not those lights. These aren't pinched. Don't think they're pinched there. They're not pinched. Whatever's stopping it... Oh, wait a minute. I can see something here. We've got a yellow LED. No, that's through on that side. I'm just going to check the other side one. The other side one's through as well. Nothing is pinched. It's very strange. No, they're not pinched. Trust me, they are not pinched. Look, they've got like a little... Can you see? They've got a little channel that they go in. Can you see that? They're not pinched. They're meant to go in that little channel there. Now, let me just have another look at the picture and just double check that. Hang on. I will plug them in afterwards. That's, I think, one of the last things to do. They don't actually show you by the look of it. Hang on a second. No, you see, they've got them coming. I mean, there they've got them coming out the back. I mean, I could put them around the back, but I don't. It's not going to look there. They've got them round. They have got them coming out the back. Then I can change them out the back, but they're not being pinched at the moment. So let's do that and see if that makes a difference. So they've got these. Stand by. Coming out there. And there, as you see, they're not really that much held in. So that's now flat on both sides. I'm not happy with... Let me just tighten some of these screws up. 1 second. This screw here is not going in. Right, I can see the problem. I've found the problem. This screw here is off center. There we go. So I'll put that back in, screw that down again. Hopefully we'll get it right this time. Still not centered, so something's wrong with this section here. It is lined up. I'm just going to use another screw there. Stand by. I said this was car crash tonight, but I mean, I don't think we've done too bad. Right, that's gone in perfect that time. I can't get those in any tighter. But we have still got, I mean, it's not as bad. It's just lifted a little bit perhaps at this side. Oh, there we go. Look, we've got some sort of give on there. So let's see what's going on there. Again, there's nothing that's really forcing that in. Let's have a look again. There's nothing to keep this section down there, which is weird. Let me go back to the pictures and just show you what I mean. So basically it's being held in by 3 screws. 1, 2, 3. There's nothing holding the bottom down on those yellow sections there. So that's interesting. I might have to do my own thing for that. Very strange. But there you go. Everybody seems to have that gap. It is, but the thing is that the reason for that gap, as you can see here, look, I've got play in this side. Can you see that? Look, but there's nothing holding that side down. I haven't got it on this side now. I'm just checking. I've got no leads trapped under there. So I might have to do my own thing for that. There's this, oh, hang on a second. I've got a pinch here with this green lead. Does that make a difference? That might make a difference. So I might have to put this one back through. Don't need to take it apart because look, it can come through this section here. So let's just grab it. There we go. Pull that one through. There we go. Has that made a difference? There you go. Oh, yeah. It's still got that little bit of play in there. You've obviously got the buttons here, so the springs are pushing it up as well. But there you go. That's pretty much as good as I'm going to get it, I think. But we have done it. So all we have to do now is plug all of these leads into here. Now they don't give us an instruction of where they go, so I suppose you can just put them in wherever you want. Let's just have a quick look at the picture. Stand by. They're using the top 4 and then the green lead going into the little one at the side there. Top 4, green lead at the little one in the side. Right, top 4 and the green lead that I just took, wherever that's gone. Stand by. My colour blindness doesn't help at all here. Right, I'm just looking at for the small green lead. There it is. Right, so the green lead is going to go into here. That's the one in. All the rest of these are coming out the top there. So we've got one here. They all do the same thing and they're all providing the same amount of power, so it doesn't matter what order you put these in. Although I think they are putting them in. Hang on a second. I think they do give you a place to put them all. 1 second. DE. No, they don't. I thought they might tell us exactly where each one goes, but they don't. So see, they've got these lovely lights on them like B and stuff like that, but they don't tell you where they go. So that's 1, 2. We are going to try this, so that's the next bit. 2, number 3, and number 4. Now they haven't asked me to plug any power in yet, and I'm very conscious that I've got a switch here, so I'm guessing that's got to go in somewhere. Just looking at the instructions. Yep, the switch is going to go into the other side over here. So we get that in. Now they wanted you to take apart the battery box that we had from the very first packs. I believe that's everything connected there, which it is. So what we're going to do is put batteries in this. So this is where the batteries are going to go. So we've got one going in there, one in here, this way round, and then finally, oops, pain in the neck, one going in the same way there. They've got the top that came with the battery box from the first one as well. So that's going to go in here, just under there like that. Oh look, it's just turned on. Did you see that? Let me turn the switch off. I don't want to spoil it. Stand by. There we go. I've turned it off. We didn't want to spoil that. Just want to get this battery box in properly. And then screw that down. And then to completely hide that, do you remember that battle bridge section we had? Lou Dalmasso actually called this and said this is what this is for. It's got magnets at the bottom. That's going to hide your batteries there. So that's what it's looking like. When I flick the switch now, we've got some beacon lights by the look of it. We've got a static light, and we've got that all looking like that. How impressive was that? That was excellent. And believe it or not, I'm proud to say that's all there is to do in that stage. Wasn't that bad. There you go. Now look, let's look at this gap. There is a gap, as you can see, a tiniest gap here. Now if I push that just either side, I can't do anything with this left side here, but the right side I can. So I might, can you see that it looks like there's something pinned there? Is it me? I'm just having a look on the other side. I can't see anything pinned. There's nothing pinned there. There is a wire for an LED, but it's not actually pinned in it. But I will see if I can jab something in and do something with that. Oh, thank you, CJ O'Neill. I appreciate that. But anyway, that's what it's looking like. And that is all there is to do in that whole pack. But I'm glad we did that live, because I'm sure other people are going to have the same problems here. Now, these little dock things at the top, as you see, they can be pushed up. So they will actually be able to clamp, I'm guessing, to the saucer section. I mean, most of that's going to be hit by the saucer section anyway, isn't it? Because that's going to be onto that section. So, but you have to tell me if the people that have done this, how is your gap? I will be able to do something with this side. I know I will. But I don't know what yet. But I do like that. Very good. Right, let's turn the switch off. And put that down. And if you don't mind, I'm just going to take a drink. I've been worried about that all day. Maybe that's a bit of play for the completing the whole next section. It might be, Robert, but the saucer section does go on top of that. There's definitely nothing trapped under there, so don't push it and it won't move. Yeah, good clue. Don't move it, it won't work. No matter how good it looks, it's not going above my TV. Just getting that out there. Look, how many people we've got in chat? We've got 564 people in here joining tonight, Mrs. Welder Wayne. There's no reason why 564 people can't give you the peer pressure enough to get this above the TV. If you are new to the channel and you're just watching this, the whole goal of this was to put it in the dead space above the TV, but Mrs. Welder Wayne's having none of it. So, there you go. Your gap's bigger than that. All right, the secret is, Dave, to make sure there's no wires pinched. It was that little tiny green wire which was causing, you know, perhaps a millimetre. But there we go. Only a little gap on the edges in the centre of mine is fine. A modeller called Ralph had the same problem. Unscrew everything, then bend the frame a little and put it back together. Yeah, Marcel, I could do that. I don't want to. Marcel, you know what my fix is going to be? I can tell you now. I'm going to... I'm just looking again. I might not do anything. We'll see. We'll see. Perhaps a little bit of heat treatment on that, actually. Bit of heat treatment, clamp it down. What do you reckon? I don't want to glue anything. I mean, you could probably put a tiny bit of glue under each section there. And then it will look like that. You're never going to get rid of those ones in the middle there. But the edges is what's bothering me. But that's cool. I've just noticed that... I'm just going to turn that switch back on. That oh, we do have a light for that. Did I show you that? That's actually lit up as well. I'm going to turn one of the lights out. Hang on a second. Ugh. You can see my belly. There we go. So let's turn this one light off as well. There you go. That looks cool. There's perhaps a little bit of light bleed around the shuttle bay areas. Other than that, not too much. But let me just hide that message. It's very rare that we do things completely in the dark here, isn't it? I'll leave that other light off because I'm probably going to be playing with this after stream. That looks really good, I have to say. Of course, once primary hole is docked on secondary hole, you wouldn't see the gap at all. It's only going to be if you display it without it, Roadrunner. Other than that, I'll just do what the fix that I was going to do with any gaps that I see in the saucer section, and I will fill it with some sort of caulking. It's not a massive gap. It looks bigger on camera because the camera's focused in on it. Does that mean we have to remove the saucer to replace the batteries? No, well, to replace the batteries, all you're going to do is just take this magnetic part out here. as you can see. Oh, it's very magnetic. You just take that out, unscrew that, and put the batteries in. But remember, that's the batteries that are powering the battle bridge section. You're going to have batteries for each nacelle, and then batteries for the saucer section as well. 3 different battery sources on there. I would wait, that back part is even with the saucer. Yeah, definitely. No, I know you said not above the TV. How about instead of? We tried that, Gavin. I said, can I have a Harley Davidson there instead of a TV? But again, she won't have none of it. Hello, just Greg over on Twitch. How's it going? How's Twitch today? I have to say, I think this is a world record for the stream. We've got 535 people in here. I know that we used to have about 300, but we got 500. So listen, thank you all for watching this tonight. I thought it was going to be a big car crash. If you haven't seen my channel before, I'm Wayne. I run the World of Wayne channel, and this is me in real life. not with the persona I got online. I'm like this. People who know me know I'm like this. And if you haven't subscribed to the channel, please, by all means, click that subscribe icon. You'll be notified when the next one of these are out, and also when the all the other videos that we're building out. We've got the Leopard tank coming, but unfortunately I can't tell you when that's coming. I really hoped it would come on Friday, but I haven't heard anything yet. So we'll have to see. Put it above the TV, like everyone. Put it above the TV. Peer pressure. Peer pressure. Oh wait, everyone's been here for a while. Yeah, I know. You see, I concentrating. I was, but I'm glad that I managed to get tonight to show you the instructions while we're doing it, because the problems with the live streams, you see, that's all we had left to do there. The problems with the live streams is that I couldn't get the pictures on the screen. So at least when you see me cutting back to the instructions, you're probably thinking what I'm thinking and recheck them. But the instructions were right with the wires in the end, but they just didn't detail it. They actually go out, in, and then out again. They don't really demonstrate. Is your gap not the best pickup line? See, as I'm telling you, the amount of innuendos on this channel is ridiculous. Do you have a minimum height above the TV? Could it go on the roof, but above the TV? I don't. Oh, S'mores, I love your little Twitter. I see the Twitter things. I know people don't see them in YouTube, but I do see the little emoticons from Twitter. So, rats, too many interruptions. It was dropped later. Okay then, take care. Watch on demand. But yeah, I'm sorry if I haven't answered any of your questions tonight, because as I said, I haven't really had a chance to look at the TV. That was a hard one. I haven't Helder, that it was hard, but that wasn't as hard as issue 19. I found issue 19 a lot harder than that. Issue 19 is the hard one, trust me. You're worried about the top Cobra neck will stick out above the saucer section. I don't think it will. It's only a small gap. I mean, look, I haven't got my ruler here, but you're looking, it's probably about 7 mil. It's about 7, perhaps 6 mil. Thank you for producing. That's my welcome. I love doing it, Ian. That's why I've got the channel. And thank you, Edward. You tell Mrs. World of Wayne that resistance is futile. Asper, she's going to wake up in the morning with implants stuck to her. She'll be like, what's this? I'm like, it's nothing. Don't worry about it. And every day she'll wake up with a different implant, and you know, next time we go out and like people say hi, it'll be like, she'll be a fully functional Borg. Didn't you do unboxes? I did do an unbox of the Leopard tank, but it was meant to be just for Patreons, and accidentally went live, but I managed to unlist it, so it's still just on the Patreon channel at the moment. You found the flag for the door space. You'll love it, mate. Oh, excellent. Well, look, it still says Jim space, Jim, as you can see. Like me, Wayne, don't have a life. Certainly won't have one if you keep going on about putting the Enterprise above the TV. Yeah, I won't have a nice night's sleep either if I keep going on about it as well. Nice sweatpants. Yeah, look, I'm wearing the uniform on top, but I've just got like you know, like joggers underneath. We don't mind production values in here, you know. It's all for TV. This proves how fake TV is, you know. It looks like I'm in uniform. I'm not in uniform. It's far too hot in here. That's why I got the fan on behind me. It's far too hot. Oh yeah, there's no Q effects tonight. Have you noticed that? Unfortunately, I can't do them live. If I could do them live, believe me, I wouldn't be doing YouTube. But listen, look, thanks for joining me tonight. I really do hope you liked that live stream. It was a bit of a panicking one, but I'm sure that as we got there in the end, if you do have the same problems I've come across tonight, I'm hoping I've helped you out with that. But listen, thank you once again for joining me. Tomorrow night we've got the usual chat live stream. Tomorrow day, what we're doing? Tomorrow night for the Patreons, tomorrow night's Wednesday, isn't it? Tomorrow night we've got the X-Wing for the Patreons, and in the day I think we're going to be doing, might be the Peugeot, we'll see, but that might be in the afternoon, because obviously I'm going to leave this video up for quite a while. But yes, once again, look, all the people subscribing here, thank you so much for that. Take care.